Before you watch this video, this is now going to be thrown into the beginning. We're going to do a giveaway in the comments below for a 5-pack of April's latest customs, Comrade. Who do you think is going to win this blind whiskey tasting from our good friend Sam, who sent this to us?
Mr. David Pugh or Miss Griff Pugh?
Cigar Club family, what's going on? Welcome to another Cigar Club podcast. I'm your host, David Pugh, and joining me today, as always, is Griff Pugh, and we've got an extra special episode. We have a blind bourbon challenge sent to us by our good friend Sam. This is my first one live on screen. You've done a couple of them in the past before. I'm a little nervous.
I'm pretty much a seasoned veteran at this point, as I get probably negative 10 points, but...
Well, in this one, good thing to know, I'm not, making the points up. There is no negative, so you're not going to end up in a negative zone like you have previously.
Greatly appreciate the bourbon, Sam, and nonetheless, Pugh and I are smoking the old Goliath.
The Goliath Havana seed also included with the blind bourbon, and we figured, hey, let's keep our palates the same, and why not smoke it?
I either had I can't remember if it was this one or the David. It's been a long time, so very much appreciated.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I've smoked the David and the Goliath of the regular blend, the black label, but I've never actually smoked, in general, the Havana seed one. But a little detail on this one. This is a 5x58 Perfecto. It's the wrapper is Havana seed, Connecticut number 142, so obviously some type of classification that they use for that tobacco leaf, with Mexican San Andreas binder, Nicaraguan, and Honduran filler. This cigar, just off the first couple puffs, is I think I like this better than the regular Tabernacle. This is delicious.
The last Tabernacle I had, I was like a damn Churchill. It was like one of the biggest cigars I ever smoked. But I really like Foundation cigars. I don't smoke enough of them, but the artwork on this thing's beautiful. The cigar itself is beautiful. I don't ever smoke Perfectos, so this is a rare treat. Really appreciate that. Yeah,
I only have a few Perfectos in my humidor. It's certainly not a Vitola that I grab frequently. I enjoy the unique experience that it can get. My only biggest issue tends to be sometimes the draw can get a little snug as you work your way down into the cigar. I've had to recut them a few times just to open up that draw a little bit, just because it funnels and can cause buildup and.
I didn't get nervous when I cut and lit this one, but I get just a little weary on cutting and lighting these because I always feel like I'm going to toast the shit out of it. Yeah. And not mean to, but the way they're
rolls up the wrapper, or if you cut it, it just kind of unfolds.
And especially on a windy day, it's like 50-50 if this is going to work out. But it's lit up, and it's actually, the burn is really, really nice.
Yeah,
so
I'm been into a few minutes here.
Pair this with 4 mystery whiskeys.
4 whiskeys. So Griff and I, we literally just poured these. We haven't even smelt them. They've been opening up for maybe 2 or 3 minutes here. We've got, at the end, we will have the official reveal of which bourbons they were. They're hidden away. I haven't looked at that email yet. I promise I did not cheat. But we're going to run down how this will work. This will be really interesting, really cool. So it's going to be 4 questions with a 5th bonus question just for fun that's not worth anything. So the first...
Per bottle?
Per bottle. Yep, per bottle.
Got it.
So the first question is going to be guessing the proof. We get 3 points if it's within 3, 1 point if it's in with 6. So we get a little bit of wiggle room there. The second question is going to be guessing the style, and we get 2 points if we get it correct. That's going to be whether it's a rye, a bourbon, or just a American-style whiskey. The third question will be MSRP. This one's going to be, I've
never done this one.
Neither have I. This one's going to be tricky. We get 5 points if we're within $3, and we get 1 point if we're within $5.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I've never done MSRP. This is going to be fun.
Last question that's worth points is guessing the distillery and guessing the bottle. Now, obviously, this is going to be by far the hardest one. We get 2 points if we get the distillery, and we get 5 points if we get the bottle. So a total of 7 points up for grabs on that last category. And then the last question, just for fun, I really like this one, is going to be what would you actually pay for the bottle? So that's pretty cool. Yeah. I like that one. I don't think I've ever sat down and done a blind and like, ooh, what
No,
I
I
actually
haven't
pay for
either.
this bottle. I've done it for cigars. I think we've even talked about that. Like, oh, this is a $15
Yeah,
cigar,
yeah.
but I'd pay upwards of $35 for it. So I think that's going to be a really fun category.
I'm excited. I'm nervous. These are always extremely hard to do. I've been drinking bourbon almost all week, every night it seems, which I'm not necessarily proud of. But
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
haven't been like training for this in the sense of I'm not guessing. I'm just drinking it. It tastes good. I'm smoking a cigar.
Yep.
So I'm 50-50 on this. I'm probably not going to do great because it's hard.
It's extremely hard, especially if you don't. As crazy as it sounds, I think you're dead on. Like, this is something that people actually train for, whether that be their palate or trying unique bottles. I know for a while when I first got into bourbon, I have a notebook that I would sit down and have Bailey pour me. I tell her, grab something, pour me 2 different ones, and I would sit down and categorize flavor, profile,
It's
proof.
fun to do.
It's a blast, but if you're not doing it regularly and you're just kind of pouring bourbon and drinking it,
It's not
it's
like
tough.
riding a bike.
No. And I'll admit, I knew this was coming in, and I hadn't drank bourbon really in probably 2 or 3 weeks. I've been drinking a lot of beer lately, and so this week I poured a couple things of bourbon just to get my palate acclimated to proof, because that's the really one. If you're not used to drinking high proof, and he throws in a high proofer here, done.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't know the last time I've had something below like 105 or 107. I'm always drinking high proofs, but you never know with these damn things.
I went through the
Sometimes
same thing.
Sometimes it's a freaking 95 proof, and it's like, God dang it, 118.
Yeah. That's when I first started drinking bourbon. I did the same thing. I got into high proofs, and that's all I would drink. And now I've got an appreciation for a lower proof, and will drink them more, just kind of depending on my mood.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, I tend to smoke more full-bodied cigars, and it's just like, I like full-bodied cigars. I like high-proof bourbon.
Yeah,
so,
no, they pair. You can't do a high proof with a mild cigar.
Hate me if you want.
So.
Yeah.
All right. You ready to get into number 1? I'm so nervous.
So nothing on the nose, correct?
No, nothing
Other
on the
than just
nose. Yeah,
general conversation.
General conversation, and the nose will certainly help. Probably make you or help you land on potentially what it's going to be. This will be another episode where there's going to be some
Ramsey's going
awkward
to have to do
silence.
a lot of cutting.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cutting, a lot of editing to empty out these nosing spots here.
Off the nose, I'm just getting a really clean smell.
Yeah, same. Now, I do admit, over the past week, I have not been training my nose. I've just been drinking. There's an art to just nosing
smell
as
it.
well.
Yeah, there is 100%. I always smell it, but I don't. Again, to my point earlier, I don't. Oh, that's a Jolly Rancher cherry flavor.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep. It's amazing just what you can get off the nose. Like, immediately, I'm thinking this is not crazily high proofed. It's not burning my nose. I can really get into it.
Not at all.
Smells gorgeous. Almost like candied caramel on the nose.
Yeah.
And what I do, I don't know if you do this as well. If you're looking at home, you can see if you give it a good swirl, you can start to tell the proof by how quickly those legs roll down. So a lower proof will tend to drip faster and clean faster down the glass. Higher proofs tend to stick a little bit more, so that can help start and narrow down the proof.
I mean, solid bourbon. The initial, although it's so interesting, it's starting to open up a little bit. I'm getting like caramel and toffee notes. But at first, it was like you walk into your laundry room. I know that's so weird when you talk about bourbon, but there's so many bourbons to me that smell like dryer sheets. It's just like that ethanol,
I know what you mean.
like clean ethanol, I guess.
Yeah.
But now it's getting into like your toffee and butterscotch
And also, this is the first sip we've had today.
Correct.
So this sip right here, I just took to basically acclimate my palate to drinking bourbon.
which
So on that first sip,
Sam's
didn't think about
strategy.
anything.
Maybe that's Sam's strategy. Solid bourbon.
Yeah, it's really good.
It tastes familiar, but I'd be lying if I said I knew what it was.
I know. Watch these before bourbons neither of us had before,
That's
and we
the
just
thing.
completely
Like,
strike
there's
out.
some. I mean, like Dan Shook bourbon junkies, bourbon
Do that again.
junkies, and Matt Porter ADHD whiskey. All these bourbon guys are so knowledgeable in this space. Instantly, that's Buffalo Trace or that's Beam, or I'm like, that's just talent.
Yeah. It's talent. It's coming from, to me, like Jack Daniels, regular Jack Daniels, I'm pretty good at picking out. Watch one of these be it, and I just completely put my foot in my mouth. But I tend to get like a peanut note from it. That's very noticeable. So I imagine these people who are super tasters or drink a ton of bourbon have some type of recognition when they get something that, this mash bill tastes like this, and when they get some variant of that, they can tend to pick it out. I think this is a lower proof. I don't think this is breaking much over 100.
Yep.
If it is, it's damn good for over 100 smoothness-wise.
So, again, because I just heard the directions like 5 minutes ago, proof, style, bottle, MSRP?
So in order, proof, style, MSRP, and then pick the distillery and the bottle. So that nose has opened up beautifully now that my palate's got a little adjusted to it.
Yeah.
Super sweet, super sweet.
I've got the bottle written down because it just is my first thought. I'm going with my gut on all this.
Yeah.
So last time I had this bottle, this is what it tasted like.
Go ahead first, and then I'll write you down. Give me your proof.
Going with 93 proof.
93, okay. And style?
Bourbon.
MSRP?
$39.99.
$39.99. Dang. Okay. And distillery and bottle?
My mind went directly to the OG Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. And what would you pay for this bottle?
I'd probably $40.
Respectable. We've got some similarities here. Going back to proof, I'm going to say I think this is 101 proof. And I know I said I'd be surprised if it was over 100. But going back to it a few times, I think it's deceptively higher than what it is.
Yeah,
because it's very sweet, and I think some of that sweetness is cutting back the proof. Style, I'm agreeing with you. I think it is bourbon. MSRP, I'm going to go a little bit higher. I think it's $50. Don't know why. I think because I know what I think I know what the bottle is, so I'm kind of putting that all together. I think this is Maker's 101. So Maker's Mark and the Maker's 101.
Damn good guess.
Now,
I'm going to be so ticked if you just freaking roll through these and call them out. God. If that's the case, then we're not publishing this video.
Yeah, no. So I'll defend that answer with I've never had Maker's 101.
I don't think I have either.
However, the sweetness, I think this is a wheated bourbon due to the sweetness of it. I'm not getting too much rye spice. It's pretty much heavily dominated by sweet flavors to it. I don't think it's Weller. So... And I don't think there's no higher makers that I'm aware of. I know that in their distillery
like
they have like a barrel strength
stuff, but I don't know what those are.
And I don't, yeah. So that's why I'm going with Maker's 101. I think it's $50 a bottle. I would pay $45 to $50 for this all day. I think this is really good.
Great bourbon. It works well with the cigar too. The cigar is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. This cigar's fantastic. Oh God, the wind's coming through. Woo! Getting blown away over here.
All right, number one in the books. I got a little left in case I want to go back.
Yeah, if you go back, we can certainly change answers. No worries on that one, but I at least want to have it down for official scoring. So let's get into number 2. I got a palate cleanser. Got a little
give me a break. I mean, I do too.
Oh,
I might as well use it to my benefit because I'm going to need it.
Whenever I do a bourbon or a cigar, I like to have something to cleanse my palate. I think we've talked about it before. Peanuts, pretzels, salted pretzels are really good. I don't like regular water. I do like a little sparkling water.
Roast beef.
I think it just cleans the... There is 100%... I thought when you did that episode, I thought that was the weirdest thing ever. And we made homemade beef jerky, and I was eating it after a cigar. The greatest palate cleanser is
it's
beef
weird.
jerky.
It's weird.
And I imagine roast beef is right. It's wild. I don't know what about it, but it is damn good after a cigar.
I have not had it with beef jerky. I've just had it with plain Jane, like deli meat, which is even weirder. But
number 2 smells really good.
Yeah, it's higher proof for sure.
Immediately think I know the style based off the nose, but I don't want to say anything and influence you.
I know the style immediately off the taste. It's a damn good rye.
That's a damn good rye. That's got some heat to it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
God, I'm trying to think of the ryes I've had lately.
That's really good.
Knob Creek Rye, but it was higher proof than that.
Oh man, my go-to rye is Willet Family Estate Rye.
I've got that, and I
really don't drink that much rye.
I just don't love that bottle. I wish I did. I really do. The 4-year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a 4-year and I have a 6-year.
Oh. Fucking
no, maybe it's not a 6. Maybe it's a 4 and a 3. But it's my favorite rye on the market. It's
13 purple top.
Yeah, God, I wish I had a purple top. I get super minty notes, which is the ryes that I love. I'm not a huge fan of these wild spices that you could get for rye. Bailey loves rye. That's why I have as much rye in the house as I do. But if you give me a minty rye, Peerless Rye is another one. We went to the distillery back in 2019. Super cool. They name all their bottles. They're all single barrel, if memory serves. They name them all based off like the flavor of that reminisces of it. So they have really cool names on it, and that was a fun little experience. So I want to get back.
You know, I hate when I do this because I go to bottles that I haven't had, but for me, it's in the same ballpark as the potential bourbon style. If that makes sense at all. But then it's like 50-50 because I haven't had it, but I envision that I envision this being that. That makes no freaking sense, but
man, I have no idea on this one. I'm trying to like rack my brains of ryes that I've had. It's familiar, but it's also, it could just be me deceiving myself. This is so hard. I've only done 2 blinds back to back at most, not 4. And it's coming from my cabinet too, so there's the advantage of like, all right, what do I have that tastes like this?
Yeah, the problem is I'm just not super well familiar with. I've got an old Scout Rye cask strength. That's clearly not it, which is a very good rye.
I've never had the old Scout Rye.
I got a knob rye pick the other day from a restaurant in town. It's really freaking good. I'm not the biggest knob guy in the world.
Well, you kicked us off last time, so I'm going to run it down, and then we'll run it down for you. Yeah, you're getting a little dangerous over there. So I'm going to guess that this is coming in. Like my gut tells me what it is, but I just know I'm wrong. I think this is 90 proof.
Oh my goodness!
I think it's 90
proof.
You could be
right. I mean, it tastes like it. That's the thing.
It tastes like it,
you but are way off on this one though.
The viscosity of this is not 90 proof. Why? Everyone's gonna. It's gonna be like 140, and I'm sipping it like it's 90. I do think it is a rye.
God, cigars.
I think it's $40.
Oh, I did not. I'm not taking that into account, but I did not put MSRP on here.
I think maybe the power of suggestion, but I think I'm going to go Knob Creek Rye.
Interesting.
And I would pay $40 to $45 for this one. I have a bottle of... I don't even know if I've opened my bottle of Knob Creek Rye. Maybe it's... Nope, that's it. That's what I'm going to go with. Locked it in. I'm going to start guessing myself. I think it actually could be probably Wild Turkey Rye.
That's so funny you said that.
Like a Russell Reserve Rye.
Funny you said that. Pugh. Pencils up or pens up. I'm not changing answers, but I might have something close to that. And this is the other thing.
What you got for proof?
I love bourbon. I have a lot of it, but I don't remember exact bottles and proof points, right? Some people go, that's always that proof, or that's always that proof. I mean, other than some, but so that's the thing. You go through these answers, and it's like, wait a second, that doesn't even make sense. Like, especially when you get into state of distillery and all that stuff, it's like that's not the correct state.
Yeah, no, it's one of those that I think we could have the capacity for, but it's not our job, right? Like, there's only so much information that you can retain, and you know, for me, it's more cigar retention than it is bourbon. But at one point, it was bourbon, so it's tough. It's all what you practice and train for and openly think about as you do it.
Proof points for number 2.
You ready?
Which again, we're way off, but it could surprise us. I'm going 112.
Oh God! Just burnt the mic. Threw ash all over myself. We're in it now.
I'm going 112.
112. God, that is a soft drinking 112 if it is.
But those are always it's like, well, this is 90 and it's...
Those are the only ones that get you.
128. Especially as it's sat there for now 15 minutes or something.
God, it's good.
It's great.
So good.
Clearly I'm going rye. This will be the one that throws us. Nope, it's a bourbon.
Yep.
I've not had this. I want to get it. And
MSRP.
$59.99.
That's okay. Ooh, I love you throwing in the official price.
I mean, because that's usually what it is, right? It's like it's never 40. But I was at Publix the other day, and I got like 3 items because that's typical Publix, and I love when it's always exact $50 even. I'm like, oh, that's fun.
Oh, it's great.
I don't know how.
If I had cash, I could walk out of here easily.
We were at Costco, I think, and obviously you don't go out of Costco under $200, but it was like $275 even or $300 even.
God, no.
We're good. $59.99. I'm going rare breed rye.
I've never had that.
We are.
It's so funny that you say that, though. I immediately said Russell Reserve Rye, and so
I love rare breed. I was literally
guess.
talking about rare breed today. I was like, it's just a great bottle. And I don't know, when I drink this, I'm like, haven't had it, but odd nuances, and
it could be
worth a shot.
I mean, there's a reason why I said it could be wild turkey.
It's interesting.
It had that little wild turkey twang to it. It's funny. I literally drank rare breed last night to give myself a mid palate. What's the word? Mid palate like
what is
training.
Rare breed? 116.
God, it was good. I know the old bottles were like 116.8.
Wow.
And I don't know what the new bottles are. Somewhere around there, but that's close. And what would you pay for this one?
Sam, that's a great cigar. Really appreciate you including that.
Yes.
Man, what a freaking question that is.
I think I was literally waiting for you to give your answer so I could say I think this is my favorite question that I've been set for this.
I mean, it seems like every bottle I buy these days is kind of expensive. I'd probably go $75.
70. Wow, that speaks volume. And for a non-rye drinker,
what did I say for the first one? I'd pay $40. Yeah, I think I'd do. I think 75 seems fair.
I think this drink's better than my E.H. Taylor rye.
Straight rye? Oh, interesting. I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah.
I have it.
I
just don't drink much of it because it's... there's no reason.
It's too... I use it a lot for rye cocktails because that 100 proof holds up to the sweetness that I like with rye cocktails. It is what it is, I guess. But I was thinking maybe originally that it was, but I don't think it has the spiciness
that's a good rye.
The E.H. Taylor rye has. That's a damn good rye. I'm excited between the two so far. That's what I'm most excited to not only redrink but find out what it is.
To me, it's like you can pair any rye proof point wise with a cigar. It's just I don't know. It just always goes well.
Yep, I agree. So here's what I was talking about earlier with the Perfecto. I'm getting no smoke output, no really anything from it. So I'm gonna have to go back in and retouch this bad boy up with a cut.
I'm not getting much smoke. I mean, I am, but it's because it's just too windy. It's taking it away.
Yeah. Oh God.
The past two podcasts now, it's been oddly strange, oddly windy.
I was just talking to my friends the other day. I feel like this is the windiest 12 months that I ever could recall in my life. I don't know what's going on, but it's ridiculous.
I mean, the bands are really... I mean, the colors, I love everything about this Goliath. Oh, did we discuss if you win versus I win, are we doing anything? You don't love that idea?
Just jumping back in. Recut it, getting smoke output. So think about it. We didn't. Do you want to?
It doesn't matter to me. I could go either way, but...
We'll see who wins. Speaking of a bet, you remember, I totally forgot. I rewatched this episode the other day. We've got a bet on the Las Calaveras.
It hadn't come
band.
out yet, though, right?
Totally forgot about that one.
Okay.
It hasn't come out yet.
I don't even know what I said.
Maybe one of us will
remember. I don't remember what I said. $50 or something?
I think you said blue, and I said teal, and we're doing $50 or a bottle of bourbon. I don't know, something like that. But
that works.
All right, let's get to number three. This is
this reminds me of the blind we did way back when with Scott Page, and it was Seagrass.
The Seagrass?
And I don't pick it up in this, but I was picking up straight peach cobbler.
Yeah, and it ended up being apricot,
Yeah.
so you were like right there in that wheelhouse.
Man, this smells amazing. This could be my probably favorite nose. Oh my
so
God!
if you're
was
new to
not-
bourbon,
was not expecting what I just tasted. What the hell is that?
oh man, I'm excited. I was gonna throw a little fun little tip out there, but Griff's got me excited for this one. Oh, lost the earbud.
What the hell?
God, these things don't stay in my ears. If you're new to bourbon, don't stick your nose right in like you just saw me do. Ease into it a little bit, or else you're going to completely blow out your nose. Work your way into it. All right. Griff's
I
excited.
immediately have a bottle in mind, but I mean, I'm writing it down. Just, it's also really creepy that this one was a lot colder than the others, and they've.
I don't think it's colder. I think it's just
It's like
I think
40
it's low
proof?
proof. Yeah, I think this is
Yeah,
like
I
an
do
80
too.
proofer. If this is over
92.
I think it's 80, but if this is over 90, I'll crap my
I already have
pants.
a bottle in mind, because of the notes I have. I'm getting this like citrus, just
There's a finish to it that I can't put my finger on.
to me it's citrus.
Ooh. Ooh, I think I know what this is.
I'm also now trying to like,
But now the proof
I
doesn't
have
match
this
what I think it
bottle.
is.
If I think it is, but I don't have any other bottles this low proof.
So on the nose, because people want to know, I get a little bit of oak. I do get that like citrus fruity, like a light fruit. So not a dark fruit like a blueberry or a blackberry, but something light like a clementine.
Yeah, so that's that citrus.
Yeah, that was a good one.
This day, I'm
You've been
constantly
struggling today.
catching myself
You've been
not just even
struggling today.
formulating sentences correctly. The problem is I have
hell. Getting
this
blown
bottle.
away here.
It came to mind instantly. It's upstairs, but for the life of me, again, I cannot think of what the frickin' proof point is on the label.
I'm gonna up my proof up just a tad.
I don't love this. I don't love this
That's-
bourbon. Let's be clear with this.
Really, this is my wheelhouse.
What?
The first one, yeah. Well, okay. All three of these have been. I really enjoy citrus notes in my bourbon. To me, specifically because it makes it unique. When I think of bourbon, and I think I've talked about this before, and this is actually what I started this week off with to get my palate reacclimated to drinking bourbon, was Henry McKenna Bottled in Bond.
Oh, that's
to
a
me,
great
that
bottle.
is the quintessential
It is.
bourbon flavors. A little bit of chocolate, a little barrel, lots of caramel, some brown
but
sugar.
you're at 100 proof.
You're at 100 proof, for sure. However, those are the flavors that I typically associate. If I was describing bourbon to someone who's never tasted bourbon or heard of bourbon, that's what I would describe to them. So anytime
Yeah.
I can get bourbons that have other notes, whether it be far left or far right, from that middle ground, I really am drawn to because they're different, they're unique, and they excite me. This does that.
I will also like starter bourbons. I always do think of Henry McKenna, which I'm getting too low on it. So I'm like, it's a great bottle, but now it's just the thing that you can't find it. So I'm like, I don't really want to chug through it. But I
I
also,
know. If I find it at $35, I'd walk away
I'd still
with
pick
as
it up
many as I
for
can.
60, 65 bucks. Yeah. Well, this is where you and I differ. You won't pay 50 cents for a gumball, and I would. 25 cents. The only
Hella
25
cheap.
cents.
Hell no, out of my price range.
But also, like,
2 cents
Old
over
Granddad
MSRP.
Bottle
Walk
and
away.
Bond is also, like, to me, a great.
Yeah.
If you drink Old Granddad, you're going to be a bourbon fan. To me.
Yeah.
To me. This is
Yeah,
all
I
personal
agree.
thing. I have everything but MSRP.
All right. Okay. Well, I can run down if you want some more time.
I can start it off. Wait, did you start off next time or last
Sure.
time?
I did, but it's all good. So I haven't eaten today, and
I know I'm craving
Yeah.
Cheez-Its right now.
so that sounds delicious. Literally, I got up and went into the cabinet pantry, and there's literally nothing in this house for me to eat. All the food that we have, we're taking camping this weekend. It's all
Cheez-Its
unopened,
have been my
and I don't want to
freaking
open it
grind
yet.
lately. I don't ever. Megan has been working crazy hours lately. And so I'm like sleeping with one eye open until she gets in bed. I come down and check on her. I came down the other night close to midnight. I've never done this in my life. I'm not the wake up hungry. I'm not the get up in the middle of the night and eat. But I got in the kitchen. I'm like, Jesus, some freaking Cheez-Its right now. So I hammered a good tub of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't snack at all, but there's something. Cheez-Its and Goldfish are a killer.
Go inside. All right.
How do you feel about Tabasco Cheez-Its?
I haven't had them in years.
Oh, they're so good.
My sister-in-law, I think she gets like the well done or whatever they're called, the extra.
Oh, yeah, they're like extra crispy.
Freaking good. I'm an OG guy. At Costco, it's like a massive box of them. Okay.
$2. All right. I got the sheet pulled up.
I still
start from the top.
I still think this is a little high, but I'm always in the it's just deceiving type mindset. I'm going 88, 88 proof.
I agree. 88. Okay, respectable. Style?
Going bourbon. Back to the old bourbon trail.
Did you lock down MSRP?
I locked in MSRP, and I'm
continuing
to write them out of order. I just wrote what I thought it was, and then MSRP. I'm MSRP because I think it's a specific bottle, and I don't even know if this is accurate. I think it might be a little higher. $49.99.
$49.99. All right. Distillery and bottle.
I think it's Hancock Reserve.
Hancock Reserve.
Buffalo Trace product.
I've only had that once, and I'm be honest with you, I was a couple of drinks in. Could not tell you
anything about it. It'd be really interesting
if
I went up there and got it right now, just to try and immediately say yay or nay. But
that'd be fun. I'd give it to you. What would you pay for this?
And it was a gift from Alec Rubin. Alec Bradley Cigars. Thank you very much, brother. I would
Nice guy.
Man, I probably wouldn't buy this one.
Wow.
I mean, if it is Hancock Reserve, I'd buy it just to have it because it's a great bottle to have on your shelf.
It's a good bottle to have.
I'd spend no more than $40. Yeah.
40? Okay, that's respectable. That's I mean, it lines up with MSRP. I mean, I don't know what MSRP is. It $50 for Hancock Reserve?
I looked the other day and I can't remember. I think it was. I don't know why like 60s is in my mind. I could be completely way off. And then secondary, I think it's like $150 or something. But
that's not bad.
I can't remember exactly what MSRP was.
Well, we've actually got some pretty similar answers here. I think it's 90 proof.
Oh, wow.
I originally said 80, but the 80, if memory serves, doesn't come close. I think it's too low for the bottle that I think it is. So I upped it a little bit. I still think it's a low proof bourbon. So that's follow up on style there. I do think it is bourbon.
So far, we've been pretty close in that arena.
Yeah. That one tends to be finished ones. There's always a sleeper in there that really throws you off.
This could be finished,
usually
but
you can pick it up.
I don't think it is.
There are notes in there that are certainly could be finished. A high rye bourbon can tend to throw you off as far as whether it's a bourbon or a rye, but usually that can be somewhat similar or somewhat easy to get. We're pretty much neck and neck on the MSRP. I think this is $50.
Yeah.
I think this is Four Roses single barrel.
No way. Dude.
The reason being,
I'll buy you a bottle of bourbon if this is Four Roses single barrel. I take that to the grave. You are wrong. That actually pissed me off for some reason.
Let me justify it because I don't think you're wrong. I think I am wrong on this guess. Okay, back it up. I think you are correct and I am wrong.
Yes, I would agree.
The reason being is with Four Roses, I associate those citrus notes, the notes that I'm getting both on the nose and the palate, remind me of certain recipes from Four Roses. The proof, I think, is too low to be Four Roses. One of the reasons why I love Four Roses is those citrus notes. So that's where I went to with that one. I think it's probably a little bit sweeter than what Four Roses actually is. And I would pay $60 for this bottle all day.
God.
I really got you on that one. I'm sorry. I didn't think I'd make you mad.
No, that response was horrible.
What about it is horrible?
There's no...
And don't say everything.
Way. I would bet my truck on this.
When you put your foot so far in your mouth,
I did it the other day. I did it the other day in pickleball. I got cocky. We were winning 10-0, and they came back and slayed us.
Oh no!
And when it 10-0, I served. I said, "All right, let's crank up the truck," and it went downhill from there. And I did that to myself. But you know what? That's what I do.
What do you play to in pickleball?
11.
12?
11.
Oh, you really done.
We were
up.
getting slammed, and then we just got slaughtered.
Yikes!
I know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, I for funsies, I'll give you my keys virtually if this is Four Roses single barrel, because there's no freaking shot.
Oh God, that was hot. That was hot.
That's what happens.
Oh, that was hot. I'm wearing shorts, and that is straight on the thigh, cherry and all. All right, cool.
Hey,
we are.
Let's make our way into number 4, shall we?
That's what we do. I'm going for a palate cleanser.
Yeah, good call. I'll do that too.
So far, though, I would be more than happy to have every single one of these bottles in my cabinet. There's been nothing that disagrees with my palate.
Oh, golly. Freaking cherry blaster over here. My order would be, in preference, number 2, number 1, number 3. And by the nose of this would be number 3, and number 3 would be number 4.
I would go.
Man, this smells
3, 1, 2.
3. Oh my God. Freaking weirdo.
We're different strokes.
Weirdo.
So this is, I don't know if you have any cool glasses. This is my absolute favorite glass. Not only is it, pick this up at the Willet Distillery, but this little shelf down here.
BSD over here.
Yeah, no big deal. This little shelf down here just makes it perfect for being drunk and being able to hold it.
This is damn cherry bomb. Did you get that?
This is the.
What are you picking up?
I'm picking up. This is the darkest of the.
Oh, I have not even considered any of that.
I haven't either until just now, but I'm getting sugar, like frosted, slightly burnt sugar. I'm not getting that cherry that you are.
Bottle in mind immediately.
Really?
Calumet Farms,
Damn,
15.
You're gonna blow me out of the water.
Calumet Farms, 15.
Never had it, but you have it.
14 and 15. Which one? That'd be a.
Are they worth it? I've walked past those two bottles. Well, Calumet numerous times. I'm never walking in with that money in mind.
I don't love super strong cherry notes because I'm just not. I've never been a cherry fan. They're good. It's good. They're good. Which one I prefer more? I've not done a blind of 14 versus 15, but my mind immediately goes to that. Again,
okay,
not right, but
the lower. This is going to sound really weird. The lower that I get my nose to the glass, we won't say what just happened there.
Whew, it is.
The lower that I get my nose to the glass, I get the cherry.
That'll wake you up though.
I just snorted it for the record.
Again, and I don't remember freaking
got a little too low
price or proof points on them, but I think that's it.
Oh, that's damn good. That is a lot oakier than I thought it was going to be.
I don't even remember what Calumet runs. It's kind of pricey. I think the 15 was
like 150, 200?
$120, I think.
Okay.
And I think the 14 was
so
maybe...
I immediately get why you're saying this has age to it.
Mm-hmm.
This is over 12 years old. Ooh, that's good.
It is good. It is good.
That's number one for me.
About time you get into some higher proof. You're in the boys club now.
See, what's scary is this doesn't drink high proof to me.
Well, brother, one way or the other, this is going to go very interesting. Because you're calling freaking Four Roses single barrel over here on 60 proof bourbon, but...
Sam has sent us 4 bangers. There's no gentleman club or...
Yeah, this is a phenomenal blind.
You know, this is
there we go again.
killer.
Friggin' my words.
But yeah, this by far is my favorite of the 4. I love a lot of... It's really one way or the other. Either you love heavy char and heavy age, so those heavy barrel notes, or you hate it. And I definitely fall in the category
This is good.
of I absolutely love the woodier it is, the better.
I think if it is Calumet, I'm going to pour some tonight because I have not poured that bottle in both of those bottles in quite a while. The nose is...
I'm going to need a moment.
The nose is definitely changing. Because I don't get cherry anymore on the nose.
I go from... I was just about to say, after tasting it, the nose evolved from burnt sugar or dark, like toasty sugar, to it's just all barrel. It's all heavy oak, heavy tannin.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
America's bourbon right there.
This is some damn fine bourbon. This is 100% the highest MSRP.
Yeah, I agree. I also like we're smoking the same cigar, so we're somewhat in the similar space.
Yeah, that's why I agreed to I wanted us both to smoke this one. Damn.
And I'd drink any of these but 3 with this cigar for sure.
So for proof, I'm going to come in at 110.
Yeah, that's solid.
I do believe that it's a bourbon. My MSRP does not match my guess, but I think this is around $120.
Interesting.
I do believe that it's Heaven Hill, and there's no way in hell he has this bottle, let alone there's no way in hell he would ever send it to us. But because I can't think of any other Heaven Hill product that has the age, I'm going to go Heaven Hill 21. It's not as oaky as Heaven Hill. I know that's a wrong guess, but that's what I'm going with, and I would pay $150 for this bottle all day and be swimmingly happy.
Pretty freaking steep.
Yeah. Watch this. This is going to be the cheapest.
Yeah, it's going to be freaking Old Crow.
And I'd be happy. No, it's definitely not Old Crow. I've drank way too many 64-ounce Old Crow and Cokes to know.
Yeah, we're kind of close. My proof point was 115.
Okay.
Also, I used to be real strategic on like numbers to be plus or minus 5. I have not thought that far into that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Bourbon for me.
That's gaming it too much.
Bourbon for me.
I think gaming it too much ruins the fun. Okay. What do you think the MSRP?
MSRP 95.
95. Okay.
And I'd pay 115.
Oh God, you're getting ahead of me. Okay. And distillery and bottle.
I think it's Calumet. Whether it be 14 or 15, that'd be
you know what? I'll give you either or.
Lie if I told you.
I'll give you either or.
One or the other. But my mind directly goes to that bottle of all the bottles.
If it's either of those, I'm happy for you.
Oh, if it's either one of those, I'm gonna go buy a bottle tonight to celebrate.
I was about to say, if it's either one of those, I will never walk past that.
Honestly, if I get any of these bottle wise, I'm going to buy something tonight.
I think the only one that I am comfortable with the distiller is number 1. And that's just because it
I feel comfortable about my answer too, but
that's all I've got. Everything else, total crapshoot. The only things that I think I'll get right are MSRP or proof.
I hate that you are going to be reading the answers, so you're going to know instantly. I love when someone else reads them.
I know.
But it is what it
I was hoping Ramsey in the background could be doing this, reading them out to us, but he's driving, and that's not safe. All right, so
he'll be fine. All right.
I am going to have all this spoiled for me immediately because there was no way for me to have this.
But at
one
least
by
try
one.
to go line by line.
Yeah, for sure. So let me find the best way to do this. And once again, folks, regardless of the outcome, I have not looked at these. I immediately filed it away, hit it.
I know you have.
All right.
Not looked at them. Correct.
All right, here we go. Oh, Jesus. All right, let's see. How can I do this?
Number 1.
All right, number 1.
You're going to have to remind me of what you said, too, because I don't not remember.
Oh, I'm going to run it down. So, number 1, proof. I said 101, and you said 93. Jesus, we were well off. We're going to have to take a pause break and edit the magic so we can come back after I calculate everything. Once again, you said 93. I said 101. The correct proof is 109.6.
Oh, Jesus.
So we get
0 points, and that
we get 0.
Really screws me for this whole round.
All right. So
109?
109.
That's not even a bottle. That's not even a proof point that I'm familiar with.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh my God.
Well,
sorry, Sam. This is pathetic.
We both get bourbon. So there's that.
What do we get? 1 point?
We get 2 points.
Tied.
Yeah, so hold on. I'm going to write 2. Okay. For MSRP, you said $39.99. I said $50. It's $60.
God damn it.
So that's 0 for both of us.
60.
Distillery and bottle. You said Buffalo Trace, Buffalo Trace. I said Maker's Mark, Maker's 101. Distillery, Maker's Mark.
Son of a bitch.
Bottle, 46 cast strength. Never had it.
I wasn't going to say that, but when we were talking about it, I'm like, I have had the cast strength, but I didn't think it was cast strength because it wasn't that freaking high of a proof.
I need to buy that. I need to buy that bottle. That was hella good. So you said you'd pay 40. I say I paid
cast
45.
Strength 109.
I guess their entry.
That could be like the lowest cast strength I've
Yeah.
seen.
That was damn good. I would have no issue buying that bottle. So for a
zero,
total
zero makers. I mean, other than like OG makers
Right.
that I've gotten a couple people to give me, but I don't drink it.
So out of a total of 17 points for Whiskey 1,
God, 2 each.
I got 4. You got 2.
What'd you get the other 2 for?
I got Distillery.
Oh yeah, son of a bitch, you did.
I said
Good
Makers.
job. Yeah, it's solid.
Thank you. That's probably about the only category I get that correct on.
All right,
That was the only one that I'm comfortable with.
2 for me on the first round. No, 2-4.
Mm-hmm.
4-2 you. Yep.
Yeah. All right, kicking into bottle 2. This was your favorite.
Pathetic.
I said proof 90.
Well, not my favorite, but second favorite. Oh no,
Gotcha.
It was my favorite. Sorry.
Yeah, it was your favorite,
It was.
yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
I said proof 90. You said proof 112. Oh, folks, he's not going to let this one down. Proof coming in at 110. Wow. So you picked up 3, and I picked up a fat 0.
I needed
You
that.
were, wait, no. Hold on. I got the,
Oh, don't play with me.
yeah, no,
now.
you got it. Within 3, you get 3 points. Damn. I don't believe
110
that.
110
One iota.
proof.
That sips so easy. And you know what sucks? I have a bottle of this unopened in my cabinet.
You've already seen it?
Yeah. It's I can't not see it.
Well, that means I didn't get it because damn it. All right, continue.
Sorry, I jumped ahead. It is a rye, so I get a point. Or no, that's 2 points. Ooh, I get 2 points, and
2 for me.
You get 2 points. 2 for you. You said, or I'll start with me because I started with me.
Yeah.
I said $40 MSRP, and you said $59.99. The price on this one, $52.
Oh,
So we are both too far away.
damn. By a couple dollars.
By a couple bucks, yep. I said, just because I couldn't, you said it and I couldn't get away from it. I said Knob Creek Rye. You said Rare Breed Rye, which I think is a great answer. I said maybe this could be Russell Reserve Rye. We were both wrong. And this is Pikesville Rye.
I don't have any Pikesville.
I've got a bottle sitting in the cabinet. I have not opened it, and I'm going to
trying
have
to
open
envision the bottle, actually. I'm thinking of Peerless, but that's not it.
Green and white label, and it's a
feel like
squarish bottle.
I feel like I can get it pretty easily. Maybe. That's a damn good rye.
Yeah, that's a damn good rye. Yeah, this one is certainly one that you could pick up and find most places. I think I picked mine up actually in Kentucky.
Wow.
But maybe not. But
So,
yeah.
so how do we do on that round? Where are we at?
Out of a total of 17, I picked up 2, and you picked up 5. So you're in the lead. I've got 6 points, and you've got 7 points.
Oh, 6,
Yeah.
7, me, Pugh. I'm liking this.
Yeah. Go ahead and rub that in.
So just to be straight, I'm winning.
You are winning. That is
it.
correct. For the record, you said you would spend $75 for this bottle, and I said I would spend $40.
What is
You're pretty
MSRP?
close.
Sorry.
MSRP is $52.
Yeah, fair enough. We were pretty close.
So
there.
I'm losing by 1. If I do lose this, despite what Griff said at the beginning of this, he will never let this down.
I'm not very cocky.
No, not at all, not at all.
Very humble, really.
So, yeah, for sure. We'll see. Going into number 3, let's start off with proof. You said 88.
One.
I said 90. I initially said 80, but I changed my proof just because I thought it needed to be higher for the bottle. The proof, 83.4.
Oh, my God. I didn't know it could go that low.
So we both get a flat 0 for that. No, I take that back. You get a damn point.
Thank you very much. You could be rigging this whole thing, and I wouldn't even freaking know. So appreciate the honesty.
I would no. That's not.
Oh, because I'm within 1,
Cheating's
or
never
within
fun.
5. Within 5.
Yep. No, within 6. 1 point within 6. So
even better.
you picked up a single point on that one. So now you're winning by 2. And
I'll take it.
Yikes. So on this one, we both said bourbon. We're both wrong. This is a whiskey. An American whiskey. I should have known.
So I need clarity
when he
on
said
that.
this could be a rye.
I need clarity on that.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily know that definition. I mean, I hear it, but I don't.
So what it means is there are certain classifications for it to be considered a bourbon.
Correct.
Charred American New Oak barrels. It needs to have a certain entry point. Yada, yada, yada. So if this particular whiskey did not meet those exact qualifications to be a bourbon, it then will get labeled as an American whiskey.
All right, well, that screws me then.
So this is American whiskey. We both get 0 to this. Which is crazy because this drinks... I mean, I get it now. There's a certain... when I drink an American whiskey... I think of like a high. It just doesn't hit what I associate with it. Being American whiskey, but it's damn good, and I get it now. I get why I got those fruit notes and what I thought was Four Roses.
Regardless, I'm still winning
because it's not a bourbon. Yeah, regardless, you're still winning by 2, but we're not done yet. There, Budster.
Okay.
Coming in at MSRP. You said $49.99 and I said $50. We were pretty much exactly the same on that one. This is $40. Damn good $40
Interesting, because I pay $40 for it.
You did say $40. So you got that. No points for that one, so settle down.
Bonus points.
Yeah, we get 0 points for that one. You said Buffalo Trace Hancock Reserve. I said Four Roses single barrel, which you completely scoffed at. I am not getting the keys to your car. This is Michter's American whiskey.
Man, I've not had it. I've seen it a billion times. I don't have any Michter's.
A billion times. I don't have any Michter's. I've had plenty of Michter's.
I didn't know Michter's got that
I've heard
low.
nothing. I've heard nothing but good things about specifically the Michter's American whiskey. And I was like, you know what? I'd rather have a bourbon. And I'm definitely kicking myself for as many times as I've walked past this bottle because that is a damn good $40 bottle.
It's like Old Forester to me. You see it everywhere. I just don't have any of it. That's very interesting. Michter's American whiskey. So you got 0 points out of all of those.
Yeah.
0 out of 17.
Out of 17,
0.
Out of 17, I got 0. You got 1.
Hey.
So not too far off.
I mean,
let's bring that back down.
All right, let's hear the score.
I said I'd pay 60. I said I'd say 60. You said you'd pay 40, which was
dead on.
Spot on. Adding up the scores, if you're not keeping track at home, I've got 6 points.
Everyone's in
the
car with their score card. I can see it.
Yeah, they're driving, got it up on their screen.
8 points
That's
for me,
not safe.
6 for you. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm losing. So I've got 17 points potential to come back.
Things are not looking very good for you, buddy.
Things are not looking good for me.
Hey, it's your first one. We'll give it a pass.
Yeah, we'll give it. I'm going to do nothing but drink bourbon from here on out. I need to branch out of just drinking ASW Fiddler, and I got to buy all these bottles. I can't help it. I just bought a new bottle, and I'm taking that whole bottle camping this weekend, and probably not come back with a single thing. But number 4, my favorite. This was what, number 2 or 3 for you as far as
number 2
in order?
Number 2.
I think I said this was definitely the highest MSRP. I also said I think this was the one that had the most age to it. I said 110 proof. You said 115 proof. Oh, God, folks. I don't know why I agreed to this. 114 proof. So you pick up 3 points, and I am a hair shy away from that. I get a single
I
point.
just feel like I could go run a mile right now.
Yeah.
Shirtless.
Oh, I pay for that. So, yikes. This isn't looking good for me.
No, it's really not, buddy. We might just have to replace you on the podcast after all.
He's your host, Griff Howie, and he's by himself. We both said bourbon.
We're both wrong.
We are both wrong.
Yeah.
This is a rye.
There's no freaking way.
And I have
so that screws me on
no
my
idea.
Choice then.
Oh, yeah, mine's completely off.
Yeah.
I have no idea how this is a rye. This has none of the characteristics that I associate with rye.
Me either.
I have never had a rye
Me either.
that is this close to being a bourbon.
Never. I would have bet money on that one.
I literally do not. I still think this is the oldest one that we've had. And the only reason that I think this could be, I mean, obviously it is a rye. He's not lying to us. The oak must be just complete. I don't think I've ever had an aged rye. I don't think I've ever had a rye over 6 years old that I know of. And so appears to be that age really cuts back on that rye spice or the minty notes that I typically associate with the rye.
Damn, that's surprising.
That's incredible. That is incredible. I need this bottle, whatever it ends up being. Jumping down to MSRP, you said $95. I said $120. And Griff, we're well off. I'll give you a second guess if you'd like to. We are well off.
Well, that means it's either going one way or the other, like $29.99 or $175.
I'll tell you right now, it's not $29.99. We were spoiled with this pour just based off MSRP. We are not worthy. $200. Holy shit.
Yowzes. Well, that definitely changes
Yowzes.
quite a few things.
Yeah, well, we're wrong from here on out.
Correct.
I did say I'd pay $150, so a little bit closer than you. That's worth 50 points. Little did you know.
I'm just trying to think of a rye that $200 rye.
Some like single barrel, like a store pick.
Have you seen it yet?
Or a private barrel selection. Of course I have.
Oh, all right.
I can't not say
All
it.
right,
I tried to avoid it.
break
But
it
that
to
would
us.
be. You said Calamute 14 or 15. I said Heaven Hill 21. Kentucky Owl Rye Batch 3.
I've heard great things. Have not had that one either.
Holy hell.
Have not had that one either.
I have walked past Kentucky Owl Ryes, whether they be batch 1, 2, or 3, I don't know. But I've walked past them all day. And best believe the next time that I'm walking into a liquor store and if I see Kentucky Owl Rye, batch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever it may be, whenever I find another one, if it's around $200, I'm walking out all day with that because that is stupid good.
That threw me. I still don't think it's a friggin' rye. That's crazy.
I don't get it. I do not get it. I do not understand how
I've
that's
never
a rye.
had a rye with so much cherry forward notes.
That is stupid good. And what kills me...
What kills you is
I've
you just
walked past
freaking
that
lost, but...
Well, hold on. We haven't calculated the scores.
I have.
No. I get extra bonus points for being the host.
Yeah.
I've walked past this bottle, and for me, I don't know. I just always assumed it was overrated or overhyped or marked up
This one-
due to
yeah.
the limitedness of it. I don't know.
This one I always
I've
feel
heard
like it's you got to get this or that, but if you get that, it's a waste. Like
I heard batch 2 wasn't as good as batch 1,
exactly.
and so I was like, nah, you know what? I saw batch 2. I'm not buying it.
I don't know what to get.
Holy hell, was I wrong?
Wow. All right. Drum roll, please.
Well, that's it, folks.
Drum roll,
there is no
please.
winner here. We talked about this.
Drum roll.
Oh, God.
Man, we
All
should have
right,
freaking
so,
bet something. I'm pissed.
No, there's... So, round 1... All right. Well, I'm not even going to do that.
No, we don't need
I got a total of 7 points.
Jesus.
You got a total of 11.
Oh, 7-11, but backwards.
But damn,
That
was I
means-
close. A couple
I mean,
of those
4
proof
points
points.
is kind of a
No.
not very close.
No.
2?
No. 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 I don't want to hear it.
7-11.
That's it. We
7-11.
tied. Look at it this way. This is how I'm approaching it, even though I lost by 4 points. We just drank some damn good
Very
whiskey.
much so. And smoked a great cigar.
And smoked a fantastic cigar. I will 100% buy every single one of these bottles. And what's good about this is, despite, aside from the Kentucky Owl, most of these bottles are
readily available.
Pretty easy to find. Yeah. And even Kentucky Owl is, because I think a lot of people walk past it due to that MSRP.
Yeah, I agree. It's always in like a locked, or up high, or it's intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah.
Great
what's that behind you?
Great cigar. Sam, greatly appreciate you, brother.
Sam, thank you. I'm absolutely humbled by losing to Griff.
As you
and
should
it was
be.
worth it to taste these bourbons. But that was probably one of my favorite things that I've done. Probably my favorite podcast.
Yeah,
I've never done
fun.
a
It's a lot of fun.
four-flight
It's intimidating.
blind.
It's hard.
Yeah,
and it's scary. But all that
and I've
said,
never had. At the end of this, all 4 were completely new, so I don't feel too bad that I did own one of them, but I haven't opened up, so I get a little caveat to that.
all new bourbons, all new whiskeys for me.
I do say I was the only one that got a distiller right. So there's a little
I'll
something
say
that I'll
I
take
crushed you by 4 points. So.
4 points. I'll take any small victory. We
There's
did
no
not
victory
add up
here
our
for you.
total.
No victory.
One category, one bourbon whiskey was worth 17 points. Neither of us got 17 points, so we're ultimately
this
losers.
Is 4 Roses single barrel.
Yeah, I had at least
And on that
justification
note,
for it. And on that note, folks, thank
11
you
to 7.
He's going to get that on a T-shirt. Thank you for joining us for another Cigar Club podcast. This was really fun. We hope to do these again in the future. Tune in next week. We've got some exciting things coming up for you. It's going to be a great one. Thanks for joining us, and happy smoking.